from the people with no dedication that keep running their mouth but have nothing to say. So won't you say something to my face? So what are you afraid of? Something to say. Give me your reason now. The mindset of our times is bringing down those doing more than us. If only we understood the damage that we are doing to ourselves. I can't say I realize of anything. Cutting off the nose despite the face of your beliefs. Let it be. For the man to rest, you gotta let it free and just be. But for me, I'm gonna keep on moving. Burn anyone that gets in the way of the ones that prey on weak. But for me, I'm gonna keep on moving. The mindset of our times is bringing down those doing more than us. If only we understood the damage that we are doing to ourselves. The mindset of our times is bringing down those doing more than us. If only we understood. Anyone that gets in the way of the ones that prey on weak. But for me, I'm gonna keep on moving.
And it is Friday night, just after 9 p.m., our first song of the evening, Los Banos' own Red Keep. So you know what time it is. It is time for your favorite couple on the internet to come on here and entertain that ass for an hour and some change. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, your Facebook and YouTube primetime Friday night viewing and your sometimes listening on Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR.com. It's the lunch hour, and I am your handsome, humble, heavyweight host, alongside my beautiful, buxing, bouncing, boobing it up bride, Jen.
I think you made some new words there.
Boobing it up's a new word? You've heard me say
No,
that.
there were other parts that are new words, new to English.
Beautiful, buxom, bouncing?
That's not what you said. We're gonna watch it back in post-production.
Okay, what can I say? I'm inventing new words here. I am a fucking innovator of bullshit, as if y'all didn't already know that.
Yeah.
So, good evening, y'all. Welcome to the lunch hour. We already done introduced ourselves. How's your week been? You know how my week's been? That's how my week's been. Fuck, I needed this show and this beer.
Should we do the thing? Probably not.
No, I won't spill any of this on our high class professional ass studio equipment here tonight.
High end, super high end.
Super high end. So yeah, been a hell of a week, hell of a day today. Today I did the biggest blunder I have ever done at work by forgetting to order my biggest accounts order, and luckily my company was willing to stand behind me and make sure we got it in. That being said, it made for a really long fucking day, which actually is funny. So one of our delivery drivers, or 13 of our delivery drivers called out today.
13?
13.
How many do you have? Like 15?
A bunch, I'm guessing.
A grip.
So anyway, my 2 loads that did make it on time here in town, on time being in air quotes here, showed up at 12 and 12:30 respectively.
Which is how many hours after they're supposed to normally would be there?
Normally about 6.5, 7 hours. That being said, I wonder if I had gotten that first big account in, if it would have showed up equally late, because they don't let us drag pallet jacks on the floor after 9 a.m. And that was supposed to be almost a 500 case load. The emergency load I wound up sending in, I had to do it a specific way to make it easier on the warehouse. So it wound up only being like 315.
Oh, only.
So, well, the thing, when you cut it down from like 485, like it actually wound up being faster. And me and my young Dame Spomer, as his name is, like just shattered it in like 2 hours. But that being said, then we had to split up and go do Nob Hill and whatnot. Nob Hill just had a reset yesterday. So there was just all sorts of shit all over the back.
I miss Nob Hill.
It was nice to be there.
For those of you that do not know, Nob Hill is in a very small town. Nob Hillen is. We're both making words today. Just picking letters out of the basket.
Yeah, add them on.
Small town grocery store. Very small town feel. But they have a lot of stuff. They're the small town version of a Rayleigh's. I mean, they're owned by Rayleigh's.
That's exactly what they are, yeah.
You don't see a Rayleigh's or a Bel Air in tiny little towns like that. And we don't want to talk about Bel Air anymore because now I'm angry thinking about it. That's a whole other story. I hope that woman's rotting in hell.
Yes, rotting and burning, duly noted.
And that's all I'm going to say about that right now.
So, yeah, needless to say, it was a rough day, and I couldn't wait to get out here and entertain all of y'all. The millions
And millions.
of Jen's fans and the dozens
And dozens.
of the Boxes fans. You are the popular one on here.
I'm popular for the first time in my life.
Hey, when Facebook got invented and you got all those first happy birthdays that year, you were so excited. You were like, I've never been this popular.
Never been this popular in my entire life. Certainly not in high school when it apparently matters.
And Madam J, as far as, screw the beer, give you the hard shit, bust out the hard shit, because grab your drink, shite. Grab your drink, smokes, and stacks, and come on out, because we've got 4 songs for you tonight, just like we always do. We've got a fun death fact that I have to go ahead and do a little bit of research on, because Ellie knocked this one out of the park, and I'm intrigued by it. And then, of course, everybody's favorite new feature, Stay Out of That Girl's DMs, where we take all your favorite internet creeps and expose them for the creeps they are and make so much fun of them for DMing women for no reason. Bailey says, Jen fan. Yes, we know.
Aww.
She's one of the millions
And millions.
of Jen's fans.
I'm Bailey's fan because she is on my side in my ever-present quest to bring a farm animal into the house. That sounds really weird. But, I need a baby cow that lives in the house. It's a couch cow or, stuff like that. Bailey's on my side.
Bailey is on your side, but Bailey is also on the side of people that is going to try and steal our killer clown from outer space. So, I mean, go with the bad.
Cow for clown? I mean,
you wanted that clown so badly.
I did. I was so happy. I hugged him in the store.
I mean, she was even like, I'll come by, maybe bring Ellie to distract. And I was like, nah, because I'll have Jen wearing a tank top, Wolfie out there charming you guys, and I'll wear the Hoochie Daddy shorts. Like, next thing you know, it's just going to be me and Dusty cracking beers in the garage, and you'll forget all about the clown.
Never mind. We'll continue that later because I could argue for hours about how I need a couch cow or, like a duck or something in the house or a goose. A goose. What amazing economic, world-friendly
We do not need a goose.
Security system. You didn't even let me finish. Highland cows are cute. They're
Highland,
very small. They're very shaggy. And they have horns. We could gore intruders. We could kind of maneuver them if they don't do it themselves.
I'm
Force their
glad
hand.
I'm glad you gave more explanation because Sean Malusco just asked if he just walked into bestiality talk.
No, and that's why I had to kind of walk myself back for a second because I'm like, yeah, that's not going to sound right. Especially to those of you out there in the world that are not aware of my need to own weird animals or pet things.
See, I think Sean's just thinking about fucking cows.
Probably.
Yeah, cow fucker.
Is that something that you've written a book about?
Yeah, you know what? It wouldn't shock me. Like Sean's horror books are the shit. I love them. I forgot to pick up that hard copy of his newest work, but man, there's so many like demon orgies and all sorts of crazy shit. And let's not forget dragons raining come from the sky.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sorry, that was not Sean. That was Chad McDeadlift.
I forgot the last name, but I remember
McDeadlift.
that. It's been a long time, right? That's definitely not Sean, though. Somebody else. Sounds very similar, but definitely not. Ducks can be mellow as fuck. I mean, just like the rest of us.
Sean's fucked in the head. That's why we love him, per Madam J. Among many other reasons. Like Jen said, just like all of us. Like, that's why you're here spending your Friday nights in front of a computer screen watching the lunch hour.
Or a TV if you're on YouTube. Are we like giant right now? Like giant sized on your TV? Big giant sized. I'm very excited.
Sean is now putting cow fucking into his next book.
Yes.
Glad.
I mean, that's weird, but yeah.
I want 1.5% of the royalties on that one. 1.5.
I don't know if the press on that would be good or bad.
I don't care if it's. I gave him the idea. Sure, I gave him the idea. Yeah, any press is good press. We inspired bestiality in this man's books. 1.5% of the profits.
Hey. Well, this took a really fucking weird turn, but it usually does. Just not that kind of turn.
Not usually this early.
No, it's yeah, we're pretty early for weird turns, left turns, whatever turns.
It'll be utterly horrific.
I slapped my knee. I know you can't see that, but it was a knee slapper.
The people on Pirate Flag Radio cannot see us.
This is true. I can't see myself either because you have the screen like way up. It's like an upshot. Like that's at least better. It's a little, no, it's too dark.
We definitely should have them things being tanking. Like show more clearly.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, all right, it was worth asking. So,
Nice try.
I mean, you know, Ellie's gonna get on here and open with "Let me see them boobies."
Yeah, probably.
Bet she's talking to either one of us, both, everybody in the chat, whatever. She just wants somebody to shoot them boobies.
Whoever responds.
Right, whoever's got them boobies, except we'll get to that section.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and gear up for another song here on the lunch hour. So I ran into my cousin today, Cy DeGeary Gomez. He was at Santa Fe Market while I was merching, and I was like, "What are you doing in town?" Came to see my mom, blah blah blah. And then I was like, I told him about the podcast. I was like, "Wait a minute, I need songs tonight, dude. DM me a song ASAP." And sure as shit, before I even left Santa Fe, boom, I had the whole 3-song demo in my inbox.
How do you pronounce this?
Poems of Montezuma.
That's not Montezuma.
Montezuma 2.
Montezuma.
Cy is into his indigenous heritage from Mexico.
Okay, so then you will know how to say this. So please help, because there are a lot of letters in that word. Moctezuma. Zoma. Oh my God, this is tough.
So this is a brand new song from As My Ashes Blur the Sky, right here on the lunch hour. Poems of Montezuma. Get my share screen going.
Wow, that's a big word.
WPFR Pirate Flag Radio.
Yeah.
And we're back here in the talking portion of the lunch hour show with the Box and the Bride. That was Tears of Montezuma with As My Ashes Blue the Sky with Tears of Montezuma. That's what I'm going with, all right?
It's not Montezuma, though.
I added a k in there.
Okay. How the hell do we say that word?
Where are you at, Si? Help us out.
Explain it like I'm a 5-year-old, please.
So hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. That was the first time I've got to hear my cousin's new band. He sang for a couple different bands here in Los Banos. He moved off to San Jose. And matter of fact, one time he called me at random and was just like, "Hey, dude, can you give me a ride?" We took him to San Jose, and he made us listen to some of his music that we didn't like. Like it was tough.
That was a long time ago.
We had only recently bought the house.
I forgot about that.
It was literally, we drove up to San Jose and listened to, he was like, "Hey, can I put on some of my stuff?" Sure, why not? So,
If someone asks that, tell them no.
or just check it out. You might like it. I mean, I always love, especially when like the one of the kids at Santa Fe today came up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude, you're a rocker fool, right?" And I'm like, yeah, he totally
People
did.
still say that?
Mhm.
They said that shit when I was in high school. I'm surprised that that's still like a term. Okay. Continue.
And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Hey, you ever heard of this band called Bad Omens?" Yes, yes, I have, bro. Like that's what I'm into right now. Like, he just starts listening to songs. I don't know none of them. I don't really listen to Bad Omens. I'm not anti Bad Omens, but I've just never gotten into them. But like, it's cool seeing somebody that, what's funny about this guy is they played nothing but Spanish music in Santa Fe, like entirely.
That makes sense.
And he walks around translating it and kind of muttering it in English. It's funny, like there was one like horrible love song, like some Vicente Fernandez shit, and about how a woman did a guy wrong, and like as he's singing it, he's just kind of mumbling the English translation. I'm like, are you translating for me? And he, well, I just kind of do this anyway.
It's for me. But if you're listening, I have like a half-assed idea popping in my head because like that could be really funny that could be funny on either side, like translating really fucked up like English music into Spanish and just walking through the grocery store,
right? Doing it to the doom doom doom,
yeah,
like the upbeat, because Spanish music only has like 2 or 3 tempos. There's the mid, the slow, and the really fast.
And really.
The really fast, so on and so forth. So, are we ready to get into this death fact?
Yes, I hear we're gonna need to have some discussion.
You know what? I looked it up, and it doesn't look as interesting as I thought, but it could be.
Nothing's gonna beat the popcorn teeth or teeth popcorn, where I had to look that up and be like, this can't be right.
And it was.
And it absolutely was. But all this time later, I'm still thinking about teeth exploding like popcorn. So it was a good one. It's classic.
All right. So as always, contributor to the show, the mistress of the macabre, the Central Valley Elvira, Ellie Von Grimm, with your fun death fact.
Fun death fact. A town in Spain has this huge papier-mâché stegosaurus outside of its city building. Well, a father and son were walking by that stegosaurus one day and noticed this awful smell coming from it. Well, when they cracked open that bad boy, it was the body of a missing man.
How did he get in there?
Okay. I'm glad that you asked that, my beloved.
Was it Jimmy Hoffa?
Okay, no. And there's an explanation as to why. This article is more than 3 years old. It was Monday, May 24th, 2021.
So close.
Missing man found dead inside Spanish dinosaur statue. This is from The Guardian, by the way. Police say it's likely the 39-year-old got stuck trying to retrieve his mobile phone after dropping it. Police in Catalonia are investigating the death of a man who is thought to have become trapped inside a large dinosaur statue while trying to retrieve his mobile phone. Officers were called to the statue in Santa Coloma de Gramenet, a satellite town of Barcelona, after a man and his son noticed something inside the papier-mâché stegosaurus on Saturday afternoon. A spokeswoman for the regional police force, the Mossos de Esquadra, said the death of the 39-year-old man was not being treated as suspicious. Pause.
There are a lot of suspicious things happening here. Like a lot.
The man's body was in a fucking papier-mâché statue.
He's inside a dinosaur.
Yeah. That's not as and back to bestiality we go on this show, apparently.
That's not how I meant that.
So, anyway, a father and son noticed that there was something inside and raised the alarm, she said. We found the body of a man inside the leg of this dinosaur statue. It's an accidental death. There was no violence. This person got inside the statue's leg and got trapped. It looks as though he was trying to retrieve a mobile phone, which he dropped. It looks like he entered the statue head first and couldn't get out. How long was he there?
No one heard this guy. Paper mache is not that thick. What is okay? I have a lot of questions. Is this outside? Because it's paper mache. As soon as it rains, that thing's going down. What is it made out of? Is it not really paper mache?
It's got to have some sort of gloss on it.
Is paper mache different there than here?
Well, there are paper mache things that are made to withstand the weather.
Podge and all that.
Okay.
You couldn't just punch through it.
The spokeswoman said officers had called in firefighters to help cut into the statue so the body of the man could be removed. We're still waiting on the autopsy results, so we don't know how long he was in there, but it seems he was in there for a couple of days. Wow. So this is not much of the attraction.
Okay. So it's not like 2 years ago this happened and then we just found him.
No, according to the local media, the dead man had been reported missing by his family a few hours before his body was discovered.
That sucks. Because, like, they probably just missed this guy being alive.
Yeah, I mean they don't go into detail about what level stage of like decomposition he was in, rigor mortis. I don't know if paper mache protects you from the elements in death.
Did he get his phone?
I mean, they said I'm guessing it was in his hand, but it's like you dove head first into a paper mache statue. First of all, how did you enter the statue?
So there's got to be an entrance, weakness somewhere. The spikes. Did he take one of the spikes out? Little thingies, spines,
Plates.
You just pop it right out and like crawl in the little piggy bank slot. So he probably died from or he knocked himself out enough to not be able to function.
Well, I mean,
head first.
He would have definitely had to. Okay, Ellie says it is the most suspicious. Good timing on getting here. Yes, it is outside.
How is it still alive? How is it still standing? I don't understand this. What is Spain doing with their paper mache that we're not?
How is Spain's paper mache so much better than ours?
This is terrifying.
This is exciting news.
The paper mache thing is terrifying, not dying inside of a fake dinosaur. That part's not terrifying.
That's not terrifying.
No, because that shouldn't have happened. It fell down here. Oh no, let me climb up and do the most work possible instead of just kicking a hole through the dinosaur's leg and just reaching in.
Like I said, it's, I like how you call the whole climbing to the top and whatnot is fact. Like that was a question that we were asking about it. And you're
it's
like,
fact because I said so.
That's how it happened. All right.
100. How else could it have happened?
This is the first time you have heard this story. You are sure this is how it went down.
Maybe he went in through the mouth and slid down. Maybe it was a front leg. I envision this being like a back left leg. And I don't know why that's so specific.
See, I was thinking front left.
Driver's side. So
how did he get in?
I don't like it.
All right, hang on.
I hate it.
Hang on.
I hate it so much.
Let's try and find a picture of this statue.
He probably doesn't like it much more either.
Okay, hang on.
So he just... Why don't you just call somebody and be like, hey, can you come cut a hole in this fucking dino leg?
Okay.
Wow, that thing's huge.
Okay, wow. Okay.
All right.
All right, let me see if I can't pull this up on here. Distract the masses, all right?
I'm going to look at this real quick. Yeah, that's a pretty sizable. It's at least 2 human adults tall. But I say this because Americans will use any sort of metrics.
Come within 3 whales of the U.S. and say that. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sizable.
Okay.
But it looks okay. It doesn't look like paper mache.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Sorry, those of y'all on Pirate Flag Radio, I'm using the Guardian article page that I looked it up in, so it's all one source. So let's share the screen real quick. Okay. Okay, so on screen right now, like I said, go search up Stegosaurus statue in Barcelona, Spain. It'll probably come up about the man who died in it. And let's see, can I zoom? Yes.
So his mouth. Oh my god.
His mouth is the only opening that I can see.
His mouth looks broken. Like his jaw looks broken, the bottom jaw.
Like his beak.
Well, the bottom of his beak. And I don't know what a stegosaurus really truly looked like, so maybe it's supposed to look like that. I don't fucking know. So
Okay, I'm gonna pull that off screen.
he was, it looks like back right leg he was found in, because that's kind of odd looking.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. It looks like it was cut out.
Okay, I'm trying to gauge like how big the legs would be, how big, you know.
The circumference, like that looks like it could definitely support a human frame if it's
And it's straight.
yeah.
Like the front legs are kind of cocked out a little bit. So you figure you wouldn't really be able to go all the way down.
I would say, remember, honey, it's a visual. It's not a visual show.
Or a visual show.
I am.
I want to see them take this guy out.
So yeah, it would have been nice to have gotten some pictures because it does look like that's where they cut away.
Yeah.
Something to get
It's
at it.
compromised in some way.
Yeah, the skin, quote unquote, as it were, is gone.
So if it was a back leg, how did this guy enter the dinosaur? From the back end of the dinosaur.
So you're saying he went up his butt?
Yeah. Is this an anatomically correct dinosaur? Does it have a butthole? Did you climb up in it and then die for a phone?
The point is, if you drop your fucking phone, just let it go. All right.
In a dinosaur. It's very specific. If you are near a giant dinosaur, just take your phone and like leave it in the car, maybe. Any other things that could fall in there? Leave it in the car. Also, don't climb up its butt. I kind of feel like maybe I should write some guidelines about this. This is something that clearly people need at this point.
If nothing else, it would definitely behoove them to put like a sign saying, "Do not go up this dinosaur's butt."
Yeah, whatever that is in Spanish. Because you probably need it in English more than you would Spanish, because
Sounds like the sort of thing us dumbass Americans would do.
that's an American thing.
I'm climbing this dinosaur's butt. So on that note, you ready for another song?
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Let's go with our friends from San Jose. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys.
These guys that play those things.
Yeah, they
Make
play.
the song.
Well, and they got a reputation. They just named the band what they are. They are way too stoned. Like the other day on their story, they posted the set list and it was 7 joints. I told them switch the middle one to the opener. Trust me, I'm a professional.
It'll flow better.
Flow better, yeah. So these are our boys in Way Too Stoned, the highest blackened death metal band you will ever hear. We had the pleasure of playing with these guys at both times. Nothing But Losers did the Vakken battle, and I got to bring them down to Los Banos for Darkness Over Christmas. So hope you guys like this. This is Decapitate by our boys, Way Too Stoned, right here on the lunch hour on Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR.
.com. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
You got it.
I didn't come with my A game, my singing voice.
It's okay. Decapitate by Way Too Stoned, right here on the lunch hour. Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR. I love that band. I really do. They're so good.
They were fun.
They've always been a lot of fun. Always really cool dudes to us. We always had a good time playing with them. The singer / guitar player was hit by a car and almost lost his toe, like in the days leading up to that last Vakken battle. And then it became like even worse. Like
I have vague memory of that, like being talked about. Not many, but vague. Anytime it toots, I'm just happy to be the fuck out of here. So
well, Toots Tavern is awesome too.
yeah, but I'm like excited to stay at the haunted hotel in Benicia that like isn't haunted. No one has ever haunted me at that hotel, and I'm still really upset. It's been 2 separate times. I just spit all over you when I said that. That's how upset I am. I'm spitting about it. No one has haunted me.
And that last room wasn't as cool as the first one.
No.
I liked the window placement, but that bed was too high. Like you had to like climb the little ladder thing to get onto it.
It came up to like here on me. It was
By here, she means
terror.
by here for those listening, she means right in mid titty.
It was crazy. Like you couldn't get up on there. What if you had kids? I mean, you don't stay there if you have kids. It's not that kind of place. It's not that kind of place either. Just before we go there.
Oh, we kind of made it. Like, never mind.
But like, you know, it's not a place you bring your kids. It's like a bed and breakfast without the breakfast. But there are beds.
They have a restaurant.
They do have breakfast.
And they did. I was saying they did have croissants.
They actually Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different.
They did have a little breakfast thing. Yeah.
They have little dispensers of like cornflakes and shit that I don't want to eat. Not enough coffee. Things like that.
Never enough coffee.
It's a nice place. It's really cute. It's pretty. There's, the water's right there for some of the rooms. And every room has like a really fun, I don't know when this became an ad for that hotel, but every room has like a really fun name. It's like sea lavender and shit, oceany shit that sounds pretty.
But shit, oceany shit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. It has very nice, pleasant, like calming sounding names. But the beds are old. The water pressure doesn't exist, and things like that. It's an old place. It's haunted, supposedly, from like a hooker from like the 1800s or some gold rush times or something like that. I don't remember.
And now we're back on track. Haunted hooker hauntings.
Hookers and hauntings. Never a dead hooker under my bed though. Never.
You should do that show by yourself.
What show?
Hookers and hauntings.
Hookers and hauntings.
Like just search up like hotels and castles and establishments that are allegedly haunted by dead hookers.
We don't call them hookers back then. Maybe they did. I don't know, but
harlots and hauntings.
They have a much more classy sounding name.
Like I said, harlots and hauntings. We got to keep the thing.
Anyway, now we're devolving in the twilight. Let's move on.
So it's time for the reason everybody's here. Our favorite new feature. Because, gentlemen, when you're out there on the internet and you see a pretty lady, it's okay to give a thumbs react, a heart react, a care react, but angry is probably not proper. And the sad react's probably bad too. But for the love of God, do us all a favor and stay out of that girl's DMs. The part of the show where we go ahead. Oh, Madam J is sending me. Do we have a last minute submission? Hang on.
We like submissions because it
oh no
helps me do less work.
Nope. Madam J is actually sending us lovely artwork.
You are much more talented than I am.
This is what I'm doing while Sean goes on about bestiality and Ellie has caused trips down rabbit holes that I'm not going to forgive her for.
Not rabbit holes. They are dinosaur buttholes.
Dinosaur holes.
Okay.
Dinosaur holes. See, I thought you were going to give me one of those weird DMs.
I'm laughing too much.
There, you are never laughing too much. Oh, nope. I was on the right page. All right. So.
Here we go.
Okay.
This is the part of the show where I have to squint and get really close because my eyes are shit.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, big.
This is Jason. He replied on friend of the show's Facebook dating thing. And he says, I want you so bad, sexy.
This guy looks like one of the Portuguese kids. He's not.
Like one of them specifically, or just
Yeah.
like he belongs in the truth?
No, he looks like one of them specifically. And it's mostly because I can't see, anything but this. He's got a hat on. And the brim of the hat goes way down. All you can really see is his nose and like anything from down there.
He's got the
It's not
van.
helpful.
He's got the Vans jacket with the one button undone. And like, look how it's placed. Like, that was intentional. He folded his jacket so you could see the button.
If you're going to take a picture for a dating site or whatever, or you're going to try on, Facebook or whatever, to find someone to date-ish, you're going to want to unbutton something, I guess. I don't know. You're going to want to try at least a little. And, he's kind of got the sideways, like, I'm taking this picture. Not crooked. It's not a crooked picture, but he's got that, like, someone else is taking the picture. And he just was like, oh, hey, are you taking a picture? Let me get in here. Like, he's sideways.
The hat
I haven't portrayed that enough yet.
The hat
Sideways.
also makes it too dark. Like, it darkens his eyes and whatnot.
Mysterious.
You think that's what he's going for?
I don't know. It's bad, whatever it is. But, like, did you expect that pickup line to work? Is that even a pickup line? Is that just like a in passing?
His statement, yo, I want you so bad. Sexy. No punctuation, too, by the way. None. All
No
right.
commas. No Oxford commas. That's not really appropriate in this situation, but you get the point.
So, and sadly, that's one of the tamer ones we got going tonight.
What do you mean, sadly? That was great for us.
Let's go.
A lot of words happening here. Shane Miller. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know. Hey, I'm on a small road trip of 1,200 miles. Was wondering if you'd be interested in talking on the phone instead of messaging here and there. That's not that bad.
That's not that bad, but
Like, is there something else I'm missing on here?
I don't even think they're friends. Like, because it's got the block, delete, and accept of a do you know this person thing?
Someone random is trying to message you.
Right. And just, well, I mean, I suppose it's certainly better than just calling.
Probably.
Like, then just, because, like, I've seen girls post that too. Like, why would you just call me out of nowhere?
Oh, that's awful. Don't call me ever. Like, ever. What's this guy look like? Okay.
Okay, Jen's cross-referencing.
Finding people.
Okay, so no, okay, that's not that bad.
I don't know if that's him or not.
That's not that bad, but it is a little weird.
If you were not in contact with this person before or had only messaged him or talked to him like once, I literally like, hey, hi, kind of once. That's, I don't know. Road trips can be boring. Maybe, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I don't hate that one. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it.
Okay. Next. Got a dude in a cowboy hat doing kind of a duck face. This is Sam, who's 22. I'd wife you up in ways that movies can't even fathom.
I'm trying to read his like profile thing. Looks like I something the wrong something.
Pick.
The wrong weekend to quit sniffing glue. Or week. Maybe you didn't pick the wrong week.
By the way, if you're commenting, we're not seeing it for some reason right now.
Maybe you should go back to sniffing glue. It's not even like a duck face, it's like a ooh kind of face.
In ways that movies can't even fathom.
I feel like a lot of movies have been made on a lot of subjects. And one of them must have touched on this by now.
Well, but he's saying it in ways they can't fathom. Like, there's a lot of movies. There's your general love stories. There's the murder mysteries. There's the horror, there's porn, like, in ways that can't even fathom. Okay.
I don't like it. He's trying to use like not big words.
You
but,
think that's what he was trying to sound classy?
Yeah, maybe.
I gave you the types of ick that DM me from Madam J. Oh, and his profile bio is a quote from Airplane.
Oh, God, I haven't watched that movie in so long. All right, that's not so bad then. Could be worse. Whose turn is it? Is it mine?
No, it's yes.
No, it's yes. Oh boy. Okay. There's a bug. All right, this is from someone. Let's see. So this is a text exchange. Silver and black, baby. Naked? I want to see. LOL. Wow, you're gorgeous. Thank you. It's filters. Fucking yummy. Hot as fuck. I'd eat it for lunch and dinner. Ah.
What makes you think this is gonna work, gentlemen? Like, all right, I get it. That's right, Silver and Black, baby. Let's, Raiders fans. I mean, first of all, this particular person is a very sweet person. I love her to death, and she is beautiful.
But I included that in saying, reading this off so that you could kind of get the grasp that it was just a conversation maybe before. Maybe a short one, doesn't really matter, but it was a normal thing to say before.
Right.
And then the next day, possibly not even 24 hours. I can't see the times on that. Not even 24 hours. It was like
12 on the
handful
dot.
of hours.
12 on the dot. 1:26 p.m. is the first one, and then 1:26 a.m. is the next.
So you got drunk and lonely, is what I'm hearing. And then decided to make bad text decisions. Bad.
The Wow, You're Gorgeous was pretty back to back. The response from our mysterious woman was about 6 hours later. And then about an hour and a half later, he went with that final fucking yummy, hot as fuck. I'd eat it for lunch and dinner.
No. No. These aren't as bad as they've been. That one wasn't great. But nothing's going to top the cunt one. And I'm going to talk about it every week.
I was kind of trying to go with different users. I allegedly, I got some coming next week that are crazy. And I got to read it in more detail. A classic love letter, handwritten.
Classic. This is some Jane Austen shit, maybe.
Wait till you see Homeboy's handwriting. I need you to kind of help me decipher it. Like,
interesting. Everybody has terrible handwriting now. Me included.
This is from Harold Tate. Lives in Ottawa, Kansas. Works at Ottawa Sanitation. Forgot it's my turn.
It is your turn.
So, want to come over for pizza and sex? What? You don't like pizza?
Kansas, sir. You are half a country away. We have pizza here. And you're really far away.
Probably not worth the trip.
No, it's Kansas. I mean, if it doesn't work out, or if it sucks or whatever, then you can maybe go do something else. But you're in Kansas. What the hell else is there to do?
Listen to Kansas.
In Kansas. You'll just carry on. Anyway.
What I don't like about this being in a DM is this is that joke pickup line you bring up mid-conversation, and then when she kind of gasps, you're like, oh, what, you don't like pizza?
Oh, I was kidding. Unless you're down.
Right. But like I said, you just go, what, you don't like pizza? All right, let's see what else we got.
Billy Curtin. All right, what does Beef Curtains have to say here? West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Is this how I message you? No, this is not how you message anyone.
So this particular friend of mine does like content. The name of the group that this came from is a group where we flirt terribly.
Okay, I just saw that. That's where the came from. So okay, this isn't that bad in that case. It is weird when you're in a group with somebody and then they just randomly DM you, like if it wasn't agreed upon before. But okay, it all kind of makes sense now.
Kind of. Because, like, you know, this particular person was like, this guy doesn't seem to understand how messages work.
If you can't send a message correctly, I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Next. It's from Miguel Torres. Also from a group where we flirt terribly. Okay. This may be weird. I'm the kind of guy who speaks without thinking and usually says the first thing on his mind. I need a pic and a short bio to go off of.
So if you're in a group with someone, you can kind of just click on them and then go to their profile. And odds are pretty good there'll be something that you could probably use to go off of.
Well, I mean, there's probably a picture. Like, usually when you message somebody, they have a profile picture.
But you know, sometimes it's like their dog or some shit like that.
This particular person is a thirst trap and a half.
Okay.
Like, intentionally. Like, not like some of our friends where, sorry, they're just hot and they happen to dress cute. And so, you know, when they do, they take pictures and, you know, they're just hot. And, you know, dudes think that it's okay to just hit them with messages. This particular person, like I said, they sell content and, you know, they're usually completely spilling out, you know, and I can't imagine in these groups trying to push sales, drive ad revenue, as it were.
But they flirt terribly,
So and
I almost feel like you kind of have to expect something in a group like that.
you have to expect people to flirt terribly.
And these are terrible, that's for sure.
Okay, I made this edition a little longer. This is 3 screenshots. This is a short comment. Matter of fact, actually, let's save that for
This
last.
is a small series.
Yeah, let's save that for last. We'll save the book series for the end. Yeah.
Unfortunate events.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, did I not upload the shit? Hang on. I know I saved this. 1 second, please.
So we're not gonna roast Bray Wyatt because that would be weird.
Hang on.
Oh, okay. I didn't see who the other person is. I just happened to see him and thought, not sure why we're doing that, but okay. I'll just go along with it.
Okay.
Long. Oh, okay. So we're back to Bray Wyatt again for some reason.
I'll get to that.
Is it my turn or yours?
It's yours.
Oh, okay. Okay. Looking for a life part. Let's just start from the top. Open to anything. No gays or transgender. No guys. Only real female. Feel free to message me anytime you want. Looking for a life partner. Long-term relationship, but open to short. Something casual. Chatting. Friends.
This motherfucker, as his dating profile picture, has a picture of recently, as in about a year and a half ago, deceased Bray Wyatt. And not just like a picture of Bray posing or anything, but in the ring with the lantern and the whole crowd doing the Fireflies thing with their phones. Now, the other reason you saw Bray Wyatt is the rest of his dating profile
is just a lot of Bray Wyatt.
And I'm like, okay, be a fan. Like, I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan.
I really like Bray Wyatt.
Dude was awesome. Great wrestler. Incredible character work. Probably the best character in recent memory in WWE. But you're out here trying to score women on the internet. And I'm not saying don't go after a woman who likes wrestling. I'm definitely about it.
But if you go after a woman who likes wrestling, they're going to know this clearly isn't you. Very clearly. And if it is you, something is very wrong.
Very wrong.
Very wrong. So this guy wants women that looks like look like Bray Wyatt.
You think he wants women that look like Bray Wyatt?
Only real women that look like Bray Wyatt. That part was left off, but it's implied.
It's implied.
It's felt.
Implied or implode.
So was that the 3-piece?
No. The 3-piece is a conversation between one of our earlier friends, the silver and black one, and one of their friends. Because, like I said, I reached out and I'm just like, okay, like, I'll take this. Can I ask you a personal question? Yes, sir. Ask away. Me and my girl are looking for a girl or couple. I'm only interested in seeing the girls play if need be, but I'm kind of tired of looking. LOL. Would you know anyone? All I ever get is fakes. Poster responds, not sure. Have you tried posting it on CL or other sites like fetish sites? FetLife, yeah, but CL only gets me fakes. I don't know of anyone offhand. No one I know has posted that they were looking for a couple to play with. Yeah, CL sucks for that. Had some luck, but weeded through hundreds of replies. LOL, I'm more interested in watching the two girls. Bit if need be, I'm open to whatever. It's cool, thanks. I was just wondering if you know anyone, because post. I can't read that. LOL, what do you mean? Post something discreet on Facebook? Like she had offered to help him. Oh, to people on your Facebook you and your girl are interested in being with, something like, to my friends, anyone want to chill with the two of us, etc. I don't know. Mostly family on there, except fit a few chicks on there, but Missy if those are taken. What? Kind of want unknown people anyways, and I'm patient enough to wait. Fit the right girl or couple. I think that's 4. Yeah, keep checking FetLife and CL. Use a code word and keep bots out. LOL, now all I can think about is sucking your strap on. LOL, my girl is looking to play with another girl. If you want to or know anyone who'd be down.
That escalated.
Just quick as fuck. I think this is still part of that conversation. Oh, that was the end. So it was only a 2-piecer. My bad.
Yeah, that escalated a lot. But at least you know what you want, I suppose.
It's come out and say it.
You did.
Like no, but from the jump. Like it was, hey, you know anybody? And this person was. Are you still getting comments? Because I'm not.
Only like this one. I'm on
Okay.
YouTube now, but when is it ever not weird shit? But you do seem to come back into the weirdest parts of the weird shit.
Yeah, you always tend to come back to the weird shit. It's impressive. So, like, I mean, I would never kink shame nobody or what have you, but Madam J said one of those guys, for the 22-year-old guy, son, you're 22, you still haven't finished maturing. Sanitation's the appropriate business with that crap of a pickup line.
I was when I saw that, I was thinking of Parks and Rec, the sanitation department guy.
Sean Malusco comments, what in the cucked Christ corner chair in a hotel room watching another dude fuck your wife is going on here?
No, I think he wants to watch another woman fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Keep
And,
up.
and suck her strap on.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, hey, if that's what you're into, but like, he didn't even say that. Like, he's like, yeah, I just want to watch I just want to watch my wife and another girl fool around. Like, and he's like, well, I'm kind of tired of watching.
By the way,
Do you know anybody? And then all of a sudden, it's all I can think about is sucking your strap on. You're just like,
what?
this.
Why?
I mean, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. That's not what I'm into. But Homeboy's apparently big on it.
That's great, but I mean, like, if you are looking for someone, can you imagine being like, okay, I get it. I am willing to play along with your wife while you watch or whatever. And then you get there and he's like, by the way, here's this strap on. I want you to put it on because I'm playing too now all of a sudden. And be like, I didn't sign up for this. Cost extra. No.
Well, I mean, you'd hope that there wasn't a cost involved. I mean, if you were just doing it for the fun of it, sure. But if all of a sudden they brought that up, would you be like, you know what, throw 50
We're
on?
charging now.
Yeah, throw 50 on it. You can suck my strap on.
You need to lay these rules out. You need to tell me what is happening because I need to be aware at all times. And if something else comes up, I'm going to charge you. I don't know why.
All right.
Those are my rules, apparently.
I'll kink shame all day. Oh, another woman is fine. I go with, hey, whatever you're into is whatever you're into. It's just probably not what I'm into, and I might laugh about it. So
I don't know if I could do that with a straight face.
they probably wouldn't expect you to.
I think that guy would expect you to.
Well, why would you have to have a straight face if you're having fun? Why can't you be laughing?
I'd be laughing at him, though.
He doesn't
And I
have to
don't know
know.
why.
He doesn't have to know that.
That's true. Not my thing, but you know. You do you.
Well, some of them
Or
are more
someone else.
accepting than others. Brilliantly timed there. So these were a little tamer than usual. I'll try and find some good ones. But just remember, gentlemen, when you see that profile picture and you're thinking about it, take a step back, breathe, and for the love of God, stay out of that girl's DMs. All right, cool. Why would I use a strap on when I have a perfectly good hog?
Maybe his isn't perfectly good.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you know, he can't suck himself, presumably.
Plus, I'm assuming she didn't have one at all, so that's where the strap-on comes in. Literally. Just-
So anyway, thank you once again, all y'all, for joining us on a Friday night. This is the Lunch Hour. I am once again Lunchbox. That's one more capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. Joined as always by my beautiful, buxom, bouncing, boobiful bride. Yes, boobiful was invented for that moment. Jen.
Started a new dictionary.
So anyway, thank you guys. Sean, I'm trying not to read your comment. Thank you guys. We'll be back next Friday night at 9 p.m. Probably gonna skip the 18th though. Unless we do a late night show.
I can't imagine doing a show that day, but we might have some footage, some found footage of that day.
We're going to see AC/DC.
I was gonna keep that a secret.
We have to tell the kid tomorrow.
Why tomorrow?
Because we're gonna start a countdown.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, our last song of the night hit you with some classic 209 metal, straight out of Modesto, your favorite band of Spanish-speaking metal musicians and mine, the one and only Epidemia with Cotorra, right here, Lunch Hour, Pirate Flag Radio, WPFR. I said WPFR.
Oh, .com. Storm is in my face.